I know it's been something that's been hard.
Oh, you're bothered.
Dixie, what are you doing here?
So sorry to interrupt you when you're feeling sorry for yourself. Obviously, you're the only one that's been hit by all of this.
Did something happen since we left the hospital?
You were so sure that telling Michael the truth would just solve everything.
Did something happen?
Couldn't listen to me? No, you just had to throw the whole story right in his face.
Dixie, what's wrong?
Michael is missing. I hope you're satisfied. I told you this wasn't a good idea. I asked you to please just give him some time to adjust.
Wait, just a second, all right? What do you mean the guy is gone? He just picked up and left?
He walked out of the hospital? What? Was he well enough to be released? Or?
Well, I don't know. I certainly hope he was well enough to wander off and do whatever he wandered off to do.
I never thought he'd leave.
Well, in the 5 minutes that you told him his entire life story, he obviously didn't take it very well. What a surprise. After a shot in the arm like that, he could be anywhere.
All right, fine, then I'll help you look. Where have you checked so far?
Oh, you want to take over from now, is that it? Look, Dixie, Tad is as worried as you are.
Well, Tad is the reason this entire thing happened. I am sure Michael doesn't want to see his face again.
Well, as long as there are mirrors left in the world, I don't think he's got much of a choice.
Oh, what a wonderful time to make a joke, Tad.
If you didn't want our help, then why did you come to us in the first place?
I thought there might be a slim chance that he might come here. You know, he has a million questions, and unfortunately, Tad here is the answer man.
Look, I'm serious. You do think he will be all right, don't you?
I don't know. But I think it's a little late to ask that question. Maybe if you had just waited until he was back up on his feet. Maybe gone a little slower. Given him some time, we could have prepared him.
What do you mean, waited? You were there. You heard him. He demanded to know everything. He wouldn't take no for an answer.
Well, that's because you had to announce that you knew it all. Of course he wanted to know everything. He didn't know how bad this was going to be. But you did.
You know, I think laying blame, standing here around laying blame is not going to help this Michael.
Well, your great answer to everything was just to leave him alone. See how well that worked. See how great it is when Tad takes over. Maybe next time you'll listen to someone else.
Do we really have to do this? I mean, this is not really your everyday run-of-the-mill situation, you know.
I'm perfectly aware of that. Thank you.
Maybe there is not a right way to tell this kind of information to somebody.
Why don't you just put yourself in Michael's shoes for 5 minutes? He is out there. He's alone. He's lost. He doesn't know his way around town. He could have a relapse.
By all means, let me help you find him.
No, thank you. I think you've done
Dixie,
enough.
just let me find him. I promise after that you can handle it any way you want.
You're not the only one who's concerned, Dixie.
You know, I really only came here to find out if Michael was here, since he's not.
Dixie, wait, look, before you go, there's some information that you should know.
No, thank you. I don't need any more of your free advice. You two go back to your perfect lives. I'll find Michael by myself.
Fumigated after you leave.
You're here. Thank God.
Well, you've made me eat my words. I see that there are still lower depths that you have to plumb. Oh, this is abominable.
What's going on? What did you do?
It's inhuman. You haven't been married to Brooke for a month and you're already carrying on with Dixie.
What?
Well, Dixie, you are a decent person. Do you realize what's happening? Don't you remember what happened the last time you got involved with one of Brooke's husbands? Please tell me that this isn't happening. Tell me you're not having an affair.
No, I'm not. This isn't Tad.
Well, of course it's Tad.
No, it's not. Tad is in Pine Valley with Brooke.
Do you think I'm daft?
No. Really, I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. I couldn't tell her.
Is this some sort of a scheme to cover up your sordid carryings-on?
No. Call Brooke if you want to. Ask to speak to Tad.
Do you mean there are two of them? Oh, the gorge rises.
You didn't tell her?
What have I ever done to be punished this way?
Mrs. Wallingford, I'm I'm so sorry. I know this is quite a shock. It's been for everyone. And, well, I hate to sort of drop the ball and run, but I really need to speak to my friend here. And so if it's okay with you, the car's across the lake and Lou's waiting outside with a boat.
I'll take the boat. You stay here.
Are you sure?
I need Langley.
I would hate to kick you out of your own cabin.
I couldn't sleep a wink after all that's gone on here without my husband's sheltering arms around me. So, good night.
You know, I think this is the first. I've never seen you smile before.
You knew where I was.
Well, yeah. This is a great place to run away to. I should know.
You knew what I was thinking. And came after me. That's the first two.